Shalom. I want to start off by giving all honor and glory to the Father Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ. Coming at you with another video in hopes to edify the lost sheep. The topic of this video, of this lesson right here, is gonna be hot or cold. Cause we gotta be on fire. In this truth, man. It's a constant battle between flesh and spirit. Every day we wake up, we gotta choose which path we're gonna take. Are we gonna continue to walk in the spirit, or we gonna satisfy the flesh? And as we know, those two are contrary to each other, man. We can't be in this truth, and trying to be of the spirit and the flesh at the same time. It's friction. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So right here, Yahweh saying that he would rather for you to be either cold or hot, not in the middle, not straddling the fence, not lukewarm. We gotta, like I said, man, we gotta be on fire, man. Ain't no in between. As long as we, straddling the fence in between, we making ourselves, vulnerable, to all kind of wickedness, man. We making ourselves vulnerable, to spirits. These spirits, they prey upon the weak, They prey upon, those that are not intact with the spirit and not, in control of the spirit. So we can't be falling victim, to these spirits, man. We gotta rule our spirits, man, 24/7. That's why we gotta meditate, day and night. We gotta stay, examining ourselves. We gotta stay examining our spirits, man. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 33 and 27. Send him to labor, that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. So idleness teaches evil, and it brings upon evil, man. We can't be idle, in this truth, man. An idle mind is the devil's playground, man. Because if you're not, in the spirit 24/7, if you're not laboring 24/7, putting in work, and that old man gonna start to creep up on you. Them old ways of the world gonna start to creep up on you. So we can't be just, sitting back and being idle and being passive about this thing, man. If you're not laboring in this truth, then what you doing? Everybody not gonna be a teacher and a prophet, out there in the streets or whatever. But it's things that, we still can do, because everybody have a part to play, man. Everybody got a part to play in this truth, man. Everybody in Israel, has a part to play. Everybody has something to offer. Everybody, has something that they're supposed to bring to the table. Whether it be, brothers going out, hitting highways, whatever it may be, man. Brothers passing out flyers and stuff. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4 and verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. And that's what an evangelist does, man. Push the kingdom, push the truth. So we commanded to do the work of an evangelist, man, and make full proof of this truth. Everybody not gonna go out, to the highways and byways, whether it be, they don't have a camp, they don't want to go out there alone, or, whether they're not ready to go out yet, Either way, we got to be making proof for this word, man. Whether it be sharing videos that you see on YouTube, of some brothers of some camps, whether it be, You know, you sharing the things on your social media, you know, whether it be, you know, you putting friends and family, you know, onto this truth, or suggesting them to go watch this and watch that, you know, doing something, man. Doing something to push this word. You know, we can't just, you know, take this lightly, man. We can't take nothing in this truth lightly. We can't just float by. You know, we can't just be passive, man. You know, this walk is a straight path, man. It ain't no shortcuts. You know, it ain't no shortcuts, man. It ain't no detours to the kingdom. You know. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So let's get that again. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. So the way to destruction is easy, man. It's easy to be misled and get on the path of destruction, because the way to destruction is so wide. It's a lot of people, you know, on that same path. You know. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So it's a lot of people that's going this path right here, man. That's going to this path of destruction, man. Verse 14, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So it's the opposite of this wide gate to destruction, which it being broad and being wide. You know, this gate to the kingdom is a narrow walk, man. You know, narrow is the way to the kingdom, man. We got to keep straight. You know, ain't no room for getting your swerve on, man. You know, as the men of Israel, you know, we supposed to be the watchmen into the whole nation. You know, letting it be foretold what's to come. You know, we're in the latter days, you know, those end times, you know, that was spoken of since the beginning. You know, never has that, it's never been a time to, you know, fall out the truth, but now is definitely not the time to be falling, you know, out the truth of being, you know, not grounded in this truth, man. You know, it's not the time to be falling out, man. You know, especially knowing what's required of us, you know, due to the fact of, you know, being made aware of who we are and who our power is now. You know, we held at a higher accountability, you know, because we've been called by the Most High. You know, we've been called to do His will, you know, that's been laid out before us. You know, we can't do this will if we're not on fire for the Most High, man. You know, when you're on fire for the Most High, that makes it 1,000 times harder, you know, if not damn near impossible to be, you know, conformed and consumed in this world, you know, in His ways. You know, that makes it 1,000 times harder for you to lose, you know, a battle against your flesh. You know what I'm saying? Being on fire for the Lord, man, that's what's needed, you know, to make proof of this ministry. You know, just like, you know, 2 Timothy 4 and 5 tell us. You know, if you're not 10 toes in this truth, man, you either lukewarm or cold. You know, one foot in, one foot out. You know, you hokey pokey with the truth. You know, unstable. You know, you unstable and you wavering, man. You know, let me give you James chapter 1 and verse 6. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. Let's get that again, starting at verse 6. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. So you here and there, you're not steady, you rocking. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. So, when you unstable and double-minded, like it say in verse 8, you won't receive nothing, from the Lord. The spirit of truth, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, discernment. These things won't be given unto you, man. Just like the Lord gifted us with these things, he can take them away, if we're not showing ourselves to be worthy of them. If we're not showing ourselves worthy of these things, we're not showing ourselves to be worthy of the hopeful elect, man. The 1/3, the remnant, who's going to escape destruction, of this place when the missiles hit. Everybody gonna have to give an account, for what they done here, man. Everybody resume getting pulled. Everybody credentials getting checked, man. To see if you qualified for the position of rulership. And if you've been passive and hopscotching, your way through this truth, how great do you think, your name gonna be in the kingdom, man? Doing enough to get by and enough, for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We got to go above and beyond in this truth, man. We got to go above and beyond, man. We got to do way more than just enough to get by, man. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. So everybody's going to get rewarded according to their works, man. And like I said, man, if your resume getting checked and you ain't got no credentials on there, man, it might not be looking good for you, man. You might be getting called least in the kingdom, man. So we gotta strive, man, to go above and beyond for the Most High, man. We got to stay on fire, man. And like I said earlier, how we stay on fire, man, we got to constantly check our spirit, man. We got to constantly examine ourselves, man. Every single day. From the time we wake up, man, to the time we go to sleep, we got to stay in rulership over our spirit, man. If not, we're going to be overwhelmed by the flesh, man. Those ways of the old man going to start to creep back up on us, man. We got to constantly turn down, temptation every day. We got to constantly turn down the old man every day. Just because we have, defeated and overcame, some of our old sins, that don't mean they won't reemerge, Cause Satan, man, he's something else, man. He don't get a kick out of, taking over the minds and the spirits of those who are already off in the world. Those people are not even a challenge for him, man. He wants the children of the Lord who's keeping the commandments, man. Those are the ones he want. Like I say, he don't get off by overcoming and taking over the people. That's too easy for him, man. He wants the men of the Lord, the daughters of the Lord, the children of the Lord. We are the ones that he's after, man. And we are in a constant battle, man. That's why Ephesians 6 and 10, says put on the whole armor of Yahweh, because we are at constant battle, man, every day. And when you're on fire in this truth, man, there's no way you can lose, man. When you standing 10 toes for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, there's no way you can lose, man. With that being said, Shalom.
Gotta be a righteous leader and not a wicked deceiver. Gotta be a righteous leader and not a wicked deceiver. Gotta be a righteous leader and not a wicked deceiver. Yeah.